Hello students, I am Professor Reshma Shinde. Welcomes you in our new session of Production Management Planning and Control. In last lecture, we have discussed about the plant layout. So in that lecture, we discuss what is meant by plant layout, essentials of good plant layout, bad plant layout, and need of plant layout. In today's lecture, we are going to learn the different types of plant layout. So as I discuss, plant layout means the process of arranging techniques, machines, services and processes within a plant for efficient use of machineries and manufacturing the maximum product at a minimum cost. So it is a internal arrangement of machines and services, so which helps to smooth flow of operations. In today's session you're going to learn the types of plant layouts. In plant layout there are major 5 types. The first one is process layout, then product layout, third one is fixed position or stationary layout, and then fourth one cellular layout, and fifth one group layout. So in today's lecture we discuss on process layout. So process layout is also called as the functional layout. So process layout is also known as functional layout. It called as a functional or process because all the machineries, equipments and services arranged in a plant according to process going to perform in the plant. So due to that process we called it as a process layout. So process layout is also called as functional layout. It is designed as per functions involved in manufacturing. So as I discussed, the type of process layout, the machineries and services arranged according to the functions which perform in the organization. So it is arrangement according to the function. So we can say similar functions grouped in a grouped, and the process is conducted according to that functions. So we can say similar types of machines are located together according to the functions. So this is a diagram which shows the process layout. So here we can see there are different departments. The first one is lathe department, then milling department, then drilling department, then painting department, then assembling department, then receiving and shipping department, and ordering department. So lathe department, so we can say in a lathe department all machineries which indicated by L, so all machineries required for the lathe department is arranged in a one department which headed as a lathe department. In the milling department the are machineries and services grouped by M. So in that required 4 machineries which is arranged in a M. So this is a type of process layout where all the machineries required for processing and shipping, even grinding department, even painting department or assembly department, all the machineries required for assembly are grouped within assembly department. So whatever the functions which have to perform in same department, which can perform within a same location and within a same layout. So it is a layout where all the machinery is required for particular operations. It may be the lathe operation, is may be the drilling operation, it may be the milling operation, or it may be the painting operation. So it grouped according to the required. So this is a process layout where all the required machineries, equipment are grouped in a particular department. The next, that is the process layout. So in process layout, advantages and disadvantages of process layout. So process layout, the first advantages is the general purpose machine. So it is required to arrange all the machineries which are in general purpose. So it is not specific that the similar one machine only used for a particular operation, because it grouped according to functions, so that machine can be used for a multiple purpose. Then changeover is rapid. So it is a number of machineries or equipment, so it is possibility to change processes, then no duplication of machines. Yeah, obviously we are grouped the machineries in a particular department, so it is not necessary to keep a separate machinery at separate places for performing same operation. So it is avoidance of the duplication of machines. The setup and maintenance costs are low. As I discussed, there are general purpose machineries or multiple purpose machineries, and there is not duplication of machinery, so it is a low maintenance as well as the machinery cost. Then flexibility is more than the line layout, obviously, because there are number of machineries, there are number of operations which are performed on the similar machineries, or there are multi-purpose machineries, so flexibility is more. Then machine breakdown does not disturb production schedule because it is a functional wise, so similar machinery can be used. Then lower capital investment, then supervision can be more effective, each unit work independently and a great scope for expansion. As I discussed, in the process layout the machineries are arranged according to the function, so there is a lower investment due to the minimum machineries. Then supervision can be more effective because the one supervisor can supervise the activity within a department. Then each unit works independently because there are groupism of a function, so drilling functions may work independently, so they do not need to depend on another department, so their work can be performed independently. Then great scope for expansion. Then disadvantages, more material handling due to the backtracking. Yeah, so there are group of machineries, but there are only one machinery, so if there is a requirement of rescheduling or reworking process, so they have to handle material multiple times. Then more floor space required. Yeah, obviously. Then longer processing time because there are machineries are grouped in a particular department, so if one activity need to be, after the completion of particular activity it goes to the another department, there is required maximum time. Then more skilled labor required, adding to cost. So for handling the particular department, number of labor required is high. Then inspection cost is more because inspector has to appoint according to department, so as per the department, at every department required at least one supervisor, so number of supervisor can be increased. Then production planning and control is difficult because there is a separation in department. Then working process inventory is high, thus requires more storage space, obviously, and as operator or skilled technical supervisor is required because the supervisor has to control the particular department, so he should be have a good knowledge or he should be the skilled one. Then uses of process layout. When the volume of production is comparatively less, if the volume of production is comparatively less, then we can use the process layout. The nature of work is flexible and intermittent production. So intermittent means the production which are not a continuous, so we can interrupt the process after the completion of particular part. So we can say the process layout is used for a intermittent production or manufacturing process. So students, in today's lecture we have discussed the meaning of process layout, then use of process layout, advantages of process layout and disadvantages of process layout. So in short we can say the process layout is a one where the machineries are grouped according to the functions and department. So it is a useful for the low production process which required minimum quantity. So students, in today's session we have discussed about process layout. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, complaint, you can contact on to me. Thank you.